Are we on? I guess so. Here I am, certainly. I don't know if anyone else is here. The important thing is I'm here. Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday. I will be making coffee in my underwear for you, as per usual. This is Mother's Day. We don't need to make a whole thing out of it. Go on Instagram, see you posting pictures with your mother. It's just annoying. It's annoying. She doesn't have it. She's not looking at it. You've made Mother's Day about yourself. So that should perhaps be a moment of reflection for you. Let's look at these. This, according to what I've researched, is U.S. Air Force Blue. I don't understand how they could just claim ownership of a color for themselves. I'm sure it existed before they did. But they just said, that's ours. That's fine. If you want to use it, that's what you're calling it. A little retroactive, if you ask me. Can't just pick a color. Wasn't yours. I don't know what to say. Even if Halloween said, this is Halloween orange, I would think it would be weird. U.S. Air Force, just us. No one else. There's got to be other Air Forces, other armies around the world that use that color too. They don't care. I will tell you, if you have not already, please make it an appointment to watch the latest Hey W with The Righteous. They're a swell group of guys. I had fun. It was an experience. They're people who are in need of love. Let me put it that way. So please go love them, go like it, go watch it, go comment, go share it, go tell everyone that you want more Righteous. And maybe they'll, be able to spend time with you via AEW television. What else? There's a lot of things coming up. There was Collision and Rampage in Vancouver last night. And that seemed to be like a wild time. And then we're in Everett. We're in Everett, Washington. Excuse me, not Seattle. I guess this is where Everett was where Fraser Crane would go to get away for the weekend. Everbless said, hey, RJ said, Red Dog said, good morning, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Yeah, well, obviously. Enjoy every moment, every second, mind-numbing phone conversation with them that you can while they're here. You can also enjoy it after they're gone, too. You can record it or think about it. Sean said, hey, culties, morning, RJ. Happy Mother's Day, Mama City, and to all the cult mamas. Amanda said, good morning, sir. Hello, friends. Hope all the moms have a lovely day today. How many more of these can I read? Mia said, good morning, beautiful people. Happy Mother's Day. Mike said, good morning. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Mass Sanity had the good sense to just say, good morning, everyone. V said, good morning, RJ, and everyone. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for hoping. Vanessa Craven said, hello and good day, friends. We're linguistically traveling southeast from Finland this week. As such, wishing a happy Sunday to all those convenient to watch RJ in his alt Paltari, which is Azerbaijani. It may sound racist. Country I didn't even know existed. Language I didn't even know existed. I blame my geography teacher. It was a lot of map coloring as opposed to really learning geography. There was a big focus on the crayons, the pencil crayons of the day. You get a pack of Laurentians and you learn nothing about the world. We got as far as covering, I would color England and then say that I think that's enough. The bell would ring and we would all leave. V said, absolutely fantastic episode of Hey W. Go watch it. Go tell Dutch and Vincent that you love them and that you want to reveal yourselves to them. It's reciprocal. Vanessa said, happy Mother's Day to Mama City and all the mothers in the chat. Mia said, what was in the red cup? I didn't quite get it. It was a tea. It felt like it was some sort of like a cold brew tea. There was a sweetness, but then it would sort of sting on top of it, and I loved it. James said, good morning, RJ. Neil said, good morning. What are we drinking today? We are drinking coffee, as per usual, out of a cup that has a catchphrase that is currently untrademarked, and I may look into it. That's brisk, baby. Remember, we all loved to say this, 96, 97. Couldn't get enough. Everything was brisk for us. And then I don't know what happened. We stopped caring about iced tea. Remember the soda wars? There was Nestea. There was Lipton Brisk iced tea. Then there was Barks. Remember Barks has bite? That was like a real serious campaign. I was pushed. That was like the only thing. Make 7 Up yours. That was a big deal. And then we said, well, I don't know if we need. I mean, you always take your Coke and your Pepsi commercials. That's, the whole thing that never changes. But Mountain Dew, Sprite. How do you market yourselves? I want to know what the boardroom meetings were. I don't know, basketball, but also green and weird. James said good morning. Melissa said good morning. Shanika said good morning. So Sierra said good morning, RJ and chat. Gina said, any after effects from drinking Kool-Aid? I felt great. I had a great time with those boys, and I want you all to enjoy it and experience them the way I did. So go watch. Go love it. Christine said, hello, all. Happy 99 episodes, and happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Thanks for reminding me, Christine. This righteous episode of Hey W was the 99th episode of Hey. And do you know what's even better? We have no idea who the 100th episode is. We've not yet filmed it. We will have to film it sometime next week. We've got 2 shows back to back, a Wednesday, Thursday, and then they have to turn around very quickly. I have zero idea who we're going to get. I have a list. I have notes and notes, thousands of pages of research ready. We have no idea. So anyone we do get is, quite frankly, a miracle at this point. True to the show and the support and success of the show, we have no idea who the 100 should be a big deal. Should be a big, wow, what is this? This is going to be crazy. We have no idea. As of yet, we have no guest scheduled. Christine said, I was just worried your foot was getting cold, and I don't quite know what you're talking about. Missed my. Melissa said, happy Mother's Day. Leo said, do you prefer Kevin Rowland, Kevin Owens, Kevin Bacon, or Kevin Hart? The better wrestler and the funniest one is Kevin Owens. Leo said, why isn't your mother on the stream? She's been on enough. Lost the privilege. I think we got it, Christine said, yeah, fuck those moms. Nick said, morning, citizens. Dorothy said, good morning, everybody. Good morning, RJ. Mia said, we need a meme of that. Of what? I don't know. Leo said, what's the worst breath a wrestling fan has presented you with? It's not the breath, because breath is avoidable. Breath you can dodge. When there is an all-encompassing odor, and it's not even a BO in the armpit, it's just, it becomes them. It's sort of a struggle. James said, RJ, did you get your penny loafer back? Always had them. Don't know what the problem was. Maureen said, good morning, all. Chronic Snake said, my mother was a real see you next Tuesday, if you know what I mean. And I don't, other than she was unavailable on Wednesdays. Efren said, $32 for 7 chocolate-covered strawberries. $32 American. You see how the business of this day works. You see how capitalism engulfs sentiment and emotion and good-natured people and washes them away in a sea of debt. V misses Laurentian pencil crayons. Nail said, if we are in this cult, we are now in the righteous cult too. I think I was already in both. Are we a mega cult? Yeah. We should, maybe there's a merger. Maybe there's a little sister business going on. I don't think they're a cult as much as a great group of guys who like having a good time. Christine said, I recognize that mug. Nell said, what are your plans for today? I'm having dinner with my mother at some juncture later. In the meantime, breakfast. I got myself some different variety of breakfast here for fun. Since dinner's so late, I'm going to try to sort of balance that out. What else? I have work to do. Maybe find a guest. Leo said, do you remember everyone saying, what's up in the 90s? Not only do I remember it, there was a BTE episode where everyone was doing it. And they got Dalton and I to do it. They're like, just pretend you guys are on the phone and be like, wah. So like, okay, cool. And we did it in the hallway. I can't remember where we were. And just as we did it, Jim Ross came around the corner and just laughed and shook his head. And we still don't know how he felt about everything. Awa said deep chrome green number 9 and chestnut number 11. Neil said, Christine, you look like you had a great week. That reminds me, Christine went to Greek Town Wrestling, which had cage matches galore, an appearance by Elijah, the former Elias, who complimented Christine on her AEW shirt. Isn't that nice? Efren said 99 by Toto is a fabulous song. Yeah, I will not be shelling out the money for that. Neither will TK. I'm fine. Red Dog said, Barks is the best. 7-Up is disgusting, but I did enjoy the spot commercials and the video game. Sean's just writing 100 for some reason. Leo said, would you rather a date did a loud, nasty fart or threw up during dinner? I think the fart. There's no cleanup, you know? Vanessa said, did you manage to get your plaid shirt for episode 100 of Hey? Or are you now waiting for 200? I could not get the plaid shirt that I wanted. So we're just, look, I don't have a guest. I have to put the whole of the guest above the whole of the shirt, unfortunately. But maybe I'll look today. V said, episode 100, with your luck, will be Danhausen in a Moxley costume. At this point, I'll take it. What else am I going to do? Neil said, just saw a fan jumped in the ring last night. Did he get home safely? Blink twice if Cheesecake helped him on his way. I don't know what happens to this thing. Oftentimes during the show, I do not get to watch the show. So you know, it's hard. It's a little difficult, and I wish I could. Harley Cameron is here with a. Sorry, are you destitute? Are you in debt? It was all money bags, and now $1.99. What? What world? That's below my minimum. This is dirt cheap. I'm cheap. That's dirt cheap. Yell angrily at your left nipple for failing math. How dare you? It's Bedmas, not Bendis. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Wait till you get home. You can go to summer school. You can go to spring school. There's plenty of possibilities for tutoring. You don't apply yourself, and that's the problem. The answers are right there. You're just not looking at them. Show your work. That's what you get for $1.99. Fucking bullshit. Mia said, yeah, they need to shower, use deodorant, and cologne. It's not that hard. You don't even need to use cologne. You just need to be clean. Sometimes, you know, people just layer smells. You got to remove the offending smell. Leo said, have you ever asked Paul White about that weird Big Boss Man feud in 1999? I did a little bit on our episode of Hey, our New Year's episode of Hey in bed, because he wore all leather to his father's funeral, which was a choice. Maybe his dad liked it. I don't know. Sean said, I'm always saying this about capitalism, usually right before being asked to leave. Mike said, Harley, great match on Wednesday. Harley made her in-ring debut on Wednesday. Congratulations to her. I mean, I don't know what I'm congratulating her for. It did not go according to whatever plan she had. However, talk about filling up. This Wednesday, as announced yesterday, she will be wrestling AEW Women's World Champion Toni Storm on Wednesday. And I think this is, you mess with the bull, you get the horns. And I guess Mariah would be the bull and Toni Storm would be the horn. I mean, you know, Mama Bear's angry. You mess around with the little chick. And then you get the big eagle. I'm not so hot on geography or animals. Aaron said, good morning. I'm here with Mama Keys this morning. Hello to your pair of keys. And I think you're adorable. I think you're wonderful. You're a wonderful daughter. Chronic Snake said, Cologne is pushing it. Everyone uses too much. We have pulled back. Enough people said, I get headaches. And then they stopped. I can't even. It's been a problem here with the pressing, mainly because it's so, well, see, it leaks a little. So there's so much pressure in there that you can't do it holding up. I'm sorry that I feel like we haven't shown a good press in a while, but this is the hand I've been dealt, and I want to apologize about it. Leo said, Bossman had terrible feuds with Al Snow and Paul White. Bossman deserved better. He had a good run. That was the second. It was better than the Bulldogs' 99 run. Mia said, I think my mom is still on a cruise, so I'll be watching a week's worth of Days of Our Lives. I think. She hasn't come home. Have you checked her room? Red Dog said, Harley with the weird kinks again. Lawrence Cartier said, lost my place. Lawrence Cartier said, hello, RJ in chat. Who is the greatest TV mom? Hard to not argue Maude. I think Maude was fantastic. Can we still mention Cosby Show characters if it's not Cliff Huxtable? Is that allowed, or are we going to get weird? Because I thought Claire Huxtable was a great TV mom. She really did a good job. Harley said, thanks, Mike. Morning, James. This is nice. Leo said, it's funny how unattractive farts are, but every single person does them. Well, the human being is disgusting, Leo, and I think you need to accept that. Leo said, I remember this weird middle-aged Australian woman farting in front of me, and some weirdo was jealous of me because that turns him on. Well, we would all be so lucky to have a simple, everyday, disgusting fetish, a classic one where you could just bypass sex. I think that would be great. Nell said, I talked to Danhausen last night. He seems too busy for your show. Yeah, guy's got a lot on the go. Guy put a list of dates. It's like, I'm available this whole month. You don't give me this shit. Sean said, please excuse my dumbass son. Well, it's too late now. Maureen said, I was so excited, I almost called cheesecake cream cheese, which is a subsidiary. I believe it's his brother. Nomek said, you mess with the pig, you get the ham. Red Dog said, Mia, I remember watching it a couple of times back in the 90s. Marlena got kidnapped both times by Stefano. Oh, we're talking about Days of Our Lives. The first time she was locked in a big Tweety bird cage, and the second time in a wine cellar. I miss Passions. Does Session Moth still exist? You would not believe this, Leo. I watched a Session Moth match this morning, an old one against Tony Storm. Sometimes I like to look at old Tony Storm stuff in the left, and I go, who is this woman? I think so. Last time I saw her was Wembley. I would assume she'll be there again. Harley said, I just needed to see what you would do for such little money. It did not disappoint. Good little simpy. See, this simp business is something Harley's trying to get over and catch on. Simp for Harley, this whole thing. And, all I can say is she's certainly trying. Sean said, best TV mom, Kate from Alf. Letting an alien in your house. I don't think it's the best. Christine said, I did have a good week. Saw my mom yesterday, watched wrestling, got a nug hug. Hung out with the baby. We'll probably get a gift later. Not too shabby. Rod said, I'd like to cast a vote for Marion Ross as Mrs. Cunningham on Happy Days. I don't know if she was the best. She was a little too tolerant. John said, Jefferson's Starship built you, and they even sang a song about you. We built the city. Yeah, I got it, John. Thanks for catching me up. Leo said, just two people sitting on a bed farting instead of sex. Sounds like actual hell because you were not blessed enough to have the fetish. Emmanuel said, who's the most chill guest you've had on, Rob Van Dam, I think? That would be chill. He seemed undeterred by anything. Mia said, Red Dog, since then she was possessed by the devil again. I don't know what we're talking about. Awesome 522 said, Cosby Show is now called That's So Raven Adjacent. That's So Adjacent. It's your future, I can see. Bradley said, how can Danhausen get multiple major bendies, including a new one and a Simpsons Moo, but we can't get an RJ City? Do you want one? You got the micro brawler. Is it making anyone any money? I think you can't do the AEW one. That's something that AEW has to do. So you do the wrestling version of me, which hasn't existed for years at this point. I don't know the validity of it all. Maureen said, tits out, head up. Neil said, I'm so obsessed with Vincent. I'm going to be watching this episode a lot. Well, share it with the world, please. Gina said, Session Moth wrestled Joey Janela's spring break last month, and it was awesome. Look it up. Yeah, Leo, look it up. Bill Woods just said, hey. F's at V. F. V? It's a long story. I meant to say V. I saw some Session Moth matches that were part of Mania Week Chaos Show. I cannot remember which of the 800 shows it was, though. Thanks for the help. Leo said, have you seen Sandman is in the WWE video game and fans are complaining Enter Sandman isn't his theme? Of course it fucking isn't. Having said that, if you're going to put him in the game, you got to do it the right way. Or have something where you just upload your own songs. Nick said, Claire Dunphy from Modern Family was a cool mom. Was she? Pogo said, the guy with the tongue. John just said, love you, brother. Leo said, Metallica, the most litigious band in the world, letting WWE use their song for a fair price for one of their downloadable characters. Well, that's the fault of the game makers. Just don't put them in the game. Rod said, RVD was likely an enhanced chill, huh? Yeah, we got it, Rod. CC Bonbon said, who would you want in a pack of AEW laugh cards? Dutch? George or Audio Guy? Rebel? Ricky Starks. I'm just listing people, not -1. Chronic said it should come as a playset like a Castle Grayskull or TNG Bridge. Kel said, how's everyone Sunday morning? If we could all answer Kel's, that would be great. Christine said, I just panicked because SM isn't here. Then I remembered she told us she'd be away. Good, she's not dead. Leo said, like Claire was hotter than that annoying Sofia Vergara character. That whole show is not very good. Manuel said, Dutch and Vince are upstanding fellows. I wasn't expecting a lot on this episode, and they delivered. You mean they delivered not a lot? Matt K said, my wife is a big fan of yours. We got to meet you before All In last year. Best place to go in the Chicagoland area? I don't know. I go from the hotel to the building to the hotel. I do not like deep dish pizza. It's like lasagna with a crust. Beyond that, I have no idea where to go. Nell said, hello, SM, if you watch the replay. Leo said, the worst thing that Sandman is that Sandman doesn't come from the crowd. Well, if you can't even get that, why is anyone holding their breath on the song? Gina said, Session Moth was in a few of the GCW collective shows of the 800 Mania week. Leo said, have you met the Sandman? Surely you have. I've been on. I feel like every show I've been on with him, he's attacked me. It's happened at least twice. But I'm thinking maybe even 3 times. Once it was me and David Arquette against Tyrus and Robbie E. And after the match, I turned on David, and the Sandman came out, and I had to wait months and months and months and months, quite frankly. And then he came out and hit me. Oh, by the way, I want to talk about this picture that I think it was on someone's Twitter or someone's Facebook, and this is a picture I have no idea of like a guy and Damian Priest. Some guy and Damian Priest, right? But if you zoom in, you see me texting in the background. I have no idea where this was taken. I have no idea when this was taken. I can't even identify the people I'm sitting with. I have no idea who any of these people are. I have no idea who this guy is. I have no idea that I have even met Damian Priest before or even just sat at a table with him. If anyone has any information on who this guy is, this looks like security camera footage. Who this woman is, there's a guy sitting in between us. You can see with his hat. Or what I'm doing. I'm assuming I'm on my phone. That's a safe bet. Saying, who am I sitting with? I can't even. Or what this restaurant is. It looks like it has flies on the wall. If anyone can tell me about this, be really helpful. Asian said, what's the greatest horror B movie in your opinion? Which reminds me, Roger Corman passed away. I don't even know what you consider B, because some of them I look back and I go, they're classics. Is Dr. Phibes considered a B horror movie? If that's the case, then that would be my pick. James said, what'd that mouth do? It sounds like Dutch showed him what it could do later on in the episode. Yeah. Nell said, Vincent was in a horror movie. Rod said, Mother's Day plans with Mama City. I'm having dinner with her later. We can all relax. Leo said, it's overrated, but Claire's hotness was underrated. Gloria needed a punch. Thanks for the 2 cents, Leo. Chanakaya said, happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful mothers in the chat and to Raul Julia's mom, too. Christine said, anyone have any Washington, D.C. recommendations? Well, not really. Congress. These museums. There's a bunch of museums. There's also art museums. The Lincoln. How badly do you want to see a giant Lincoln? There's a lot of memorials everywhere. So there's good places to eat. That Central, stay in that 3-block radius from the White House outward. That's where pretty much everything is. Easy E said they should have licensed Mr. Sandman, Bring Me a Dream. Harley Cameron now finally has a properly priced request. Here's a scene. You're being held hostage by the nipple that you yelled at earlier. You're playing both roles. Hostage and angry, math-failing, unhinged nipple. So rarely do I just want to end the show early. This is one of those times. And the worst part is she thinks this is hilarious and that she's somehow contributing. She's not. She's being a menace and a pest. Okay, nipple. Okay, nipple. What do you want? I want you to apologize. Apologize for what? I want you to apologize for being rude about my math score. It wasn't my fault. The questions didn't make any sense. Okay. Listen. You're nothing. You're nothing. You're weak and you're lucky I'm even on your body in the first place. Yes, I am. That right one doesn't even say anything at all. That right one's this real stupid one. At least I try. At least I make an effort. That's true. The right nipple is very bad. I want you to hit the right nipple. What? Hit the right one. Do it. You don't even want to know what'll happen next. That's better, baby. End scene. That was perhaps one of the lowest moments in this show's history. Mia said, Christine, I'm going to Washington, D.C. on Memorial Day weekend. I will be in Vegas, Double or Nothing. Miss Sandy said, it was very clearly seen in the opening minute of Dark Side of the Ring episode about Sandman. What are we talking about? Oh, you were very clearly seen. Well, that's good, I guess. That's good. So is that a Tyrus next to you texting? No, that's not Tyrus. Oh my God, no. Tyrus is like 8 times bigger than that. Mia said, I'm going to the Black History Museum. Nail said, where did you find the photo? I don't know. I can't remember. Somebody tagged me in it. Maybe on Instagram, maybe on Twitter. I can't remember. Kel said, screenshot it and hit the camera. Okay, Google search. Well, that's just going to turn up the post I found it from. Mesh Andy said, the guy with Damian Priest is Charlie Corletta. He does work with Monster Factory and also performed Priest's theme song in NXT. He's a friend of mine. I'll let him know about this. Mesh Andy, thank you. If you could let him, if you could just ask him where it was taken, because I have no idea. I have no problem with it. I just want to know where I was. Christine, so you're probably thinking, I'll never forget this precious moment in time. I'm so glad my hair looks nice. Emmanuel said, almost forgot. Who's your favorite Rhode Islander in pop culture? Van Johnson from Newport, Rhode Island. Leo said he's texting Tyrus and telling him what to say on Fox News. Erin has a request. Can you please do a reading of You Raise Me Up by Josh Groban for my mother as Vincent Price? When I am down and oh, my soul so weary. When troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and I wait here in the silence until you come sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up. Are you fucking kidding me? You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to be more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be. That was something. Happy Mother's Day to the Keys. James has a Harley t-shirt idea. Simpies for Harley. Christine said, thanks for the hot tips about memorials and museums in DC. Yeah, they're hot tips. They're really hidden away. The Smithsonian, Rod said the Smithsonian has a substantial pop culture area. Thank you for reminding me. They have Dorothy's shoes from The Wizard of Oz. They have Mr. Rogers' sweater. I think they have the Fonz's jacket. One of my great aunts also have sculptures there. Clara Fasano, I've posted about it before. When I went to the Smithsonian, where all her shit was closed. So I never got to see it. But the Smithsonian is not just like one building. There's a lot of shit spread throughout the city. Leo said, I really want Gary Vee to make an appearance on AEW and get beaten up like Dan Lambert did. But unlike Dan, is never followed up on it. He never appears on AEW again. That's fine with me. Liam said, I'm so big, I don't remember meeting the Damian Priest brag. That's what it is. Leo said, the Wrestler said, what are some of your favorite current shows? I watched Only Murders. Curb, the last 3 seasons, I have not even touched. And then people are, this Baby Reindeer show is a show I'm not going to watch because so many people have been watching. That's what happens. Rob said, I'm not a simp, but I do love me some dumb shit Aussie banter. Nobody does that better. Rod said, who was the nipple a 1940s mob boss? Well, he's holding hostage. There are only so many people who hold hostage. V said, my question is, how did RJ get a haunted nipple? Well, don't apply logic to Harley Cameron. Human Adventure said, oh, shit. Oh, shit. There's a, oh, shit. I've lost my... Oh, shit. Hold on. Oh, shit, the Underwear Show. Sorry, I don't have much time to say dumb things today. Celebrating Mother's Day at Universal Studios. Happy M Day to all the moms in the chat. Can't believe I scroll back just for that. Gina said, speaking of DC, Nyla Rose did Fightful Overbooked with her mom. That dropped today. Watch it after you watch Hey. It's Mother's Day perfection. She doesn't promote my shit. I'm not going to promote hers. Leo said, can Harley call her finisher Harley's Race? I came up with Harley Horse. And I can remember the other ones. Vanessa said, mini plug for Mystery Wrestling today on Twitch at 5 p.m. on Evil Uno's Twitch. Chuck Taylor is on commentary, and Jordan Grace will be wrestling. Vanessa's misspelled Jordan, but don't let that deter you. She will be wrestling, and Chuck Taylor will be on commentary. The great now retired Chuck Taylor. Wrestlers had found out on the indies. Vincent used to do Randy and Brother Nero's gimmicks. And Nail said, oh, thanks for the heads up, Gina. Girl said, you need to learn how to throw your voice into your nipples. Human Adventures said, RJ, who's your favorite TV sitcom mom? Human Adventures, you showed up late. I answered this question multiple times in the first 5 minutes. Scroll back and save yourself the time. Rob said, the best Rhode Islander is GJ Paulie D. He's from Rhode Island? What a scam. Walter said, RJ, happy Sunday, AW. Good wrestling this past Saturday. Agreed. The Wrestlers have been watching a lot of Modern Family recently. Wondering to get your thoughts on the show. I have a feeling you'll say you'll hate it, you'll love it, no in between. Yeah, I'm not crazy about it. It doesn't move me. That style felt very played out by the time it came around. And The Office at the same time. It was always very like, you say something as a talking head, then you cut to the opposite happening. And Gina said, I thought Paulie D was from Staten Island. V said, Vanessa, thanks for putting the reminder in the chat. My class got canceled, so I can actually tune in. Leo said, have you seen the Futurama episode where Bender becomes human and looks exactly like the Sandman? No, I did not. Pogo said, RG in a horror film, make that happen. The Abominable Dr. City. Nell said, Paulie didn't even know Staten Island was an island. Dorothy said, I think I prefer this rendition over Josh Groban. Oh, that's how far back I am in the chat. Walter said, RJ, good Hey W. I saw it. Good job. Aaron said, we're all crying over here. Thank you. Leah said, I would have an affair with Claire Dunphy and I wouldn't even feel bad because her husband was an annoying, cheesy knob. Really have to get this in today. Red Dog said, Mystery with Vincent Price needs to be added to an app like Tubi. I used to love to watch the creepy animated intro so artfully parodied when Sesame Street did Mysterious Theater. Isn't it on like, it gave me like a PBS. I think it's on a PBS or a BBC. Look that up. It's got to be it. There's no way it's not out there. Nelson, speaking of Fonzie's jacket, maybe you could jump a shark for episode 100. At this point, a shark may be the guest. That's how dire it is. Vanessa said, did you end up doing your SCTV walking tour in Edmonton? How was it? Did you make it in the studio? I absolutely did not. I had zero time. A bunch of shit went on. And then the next thing I know, I'm back on the plane. It sucks. It was also cold and rainy. Look, we'll be back next year. Easy E said, I'm in front of a jukebox. And I say, good for you. Christine has gifted many, many memberships too. Let's find out. Chanakaya, Red Dog, KP, J, Kevin Featherstone. You all got memberships, so enjoy them. I don't know if Kevin enjoys them. Bradley said, one of my favorite Vincent Price cameos at the end of Abbott and Costello's Meet the Frankenstein, where he shows up as the Invisible Man in the boat. It's a great cameo, and I wish it led to him being, when they met the Invisible Man, it would have been a good, I think it was a different Invisible Man they met when they finally did that movie. Leo said, is the new Beetlejuice going to suck bum? Does it have Dick Cavett in it? It's a question I've asked many times. Mass Sanity said, I'm working on finding out the location of that picture for you. Thank you, Mass Sanity. V said, I thought Nyla has been on an episode of Hey. Yeah, she was like episode 12 or something, 40 years ago. Mia said, I'll be taking a nap when this is over. Leo said, were you a fan of Nicole Bass? Yes. Her appearances on Howard Stern. Nail said, yay, Christine. The silencer. Oh, my God. Okay. Hey, RJ, I'm the dude in the pic with Damian Priest. My name is Charlie Corletta. DP is my best friend. We came up together since high school. We started at the Monster Factory together. That's great. But where was this picture taken? I have no recollection of this scene at all. What can you, like, was there a show? I mean, I would assume it's an after party at a show. The pictures of beer tell me that. I don't remember this. I don't even know who I'm sitting next to. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know who this is in the hat. I don't know who this woman is. I know him. I now know you. And that's it. That's a Miller Lite maybe ad there. Silencer, please. Give me some context. But thank you. Best sitcom mom was Marma Harper. Said Edgar, the wonderful Vicki Lawrence, doesn't answer my tweets. He said, who's your favorite TV mom who lived in a house with a kitchen on the left? It's going to take me a minute now. Peggy Bundy was a lefty. Helen Hunt, mad about you. Lefty kitchen. Only in the last season was she a mom. Scrolling back now to view your favorite mother from sitcoms. Mia said, when I wake up, I'll be having my cheat meal of pizza in honor of RJ and some ice cream. Silencer said, I played him out to the ring at NXT Halloween Havoc. He's been in my music videos. I did some work with him in Ring of Honor. You're not answering the question. Sanity did come through. Leo said, is Lewis the worst male name? Spelled like that? Yes. Pogo said, happy Mother's Day to Mama City and all the mothers in the chat. Thank you, Pogo. It was very sweet of you. Leo said, that shark mascot on Hey for Shark Week. I can't remember his name. Shark Boy? CC Bum said, can you sing I'm the Backwards Man by Tom Green? No, I fucking can't. Christine said, coming through with the connection. Oh, yeah, Messani coming through with the connections. Mr. Scott said, hello, everyone. Hello, RJ. Who wins in the tag match? Rick Moranis and John Candy, Joe Flaherty, and Eugene Levy. SCTV 3D pancake match. I say Joe Flaherty and Eugene because Joe's got the reach. I think he does, and I don't think Rick nor John have the speed. So if I'm going to do a tail of a tape, I would give it to them. Rod said invisibility is kind of a creepy superpower. Yeah, because the rest are normal. Leo said, did you hear they're remaking Edward Scissorhands with Chris Pratt? No, but I can't wait. Melissa said, I live on Staten Island with the vampires from What We Do in the Shadows. God bless you. Silencer said, I want to say the picture with me and Damien was taken in Georgia doing a camp for QT Marshall and Glacier. Or it could have been a Buffalo after an indie show or WrestleMania weekend in New Orleans. So I've never been to Georgia. Certainly not then. I've never done a QT and Glacier camp. So we can rule that out. I was at WrestleMania weekend in New Orleans, but I don't think I was sitting at tables with people. I was running around doing things. This feels like a Buffalo indie show. This, if I'm going to hedge my bets, ESW, Empire State Wrestling, Buffalo, New York. Having said that, I have zero recollection of being on a show with Damian Priest. So I would love to. I got to look this up now and see if I could. And I would assume then he would be a Punishment Martinez. Right? But thank you for filling this in, Silencer. I appreciate this. Leo said, I think Toni Storm should wrestle one pay-per-view match painted gray so she looks black and white. Yeah, that doesn't really read. Bradley said, who's the worst sitcom mom? Patricia Heaton. And Everybody Loves Raymond. Leo said, the Shark was on AEW. Chronic said, Peggy Hill is the worst mom. Easy E said, she could take a guitar shot. I don't know. Leo said, Chris Pratt is voicing Doug in the new Doug movie. Talk about nothing matters anymore. Nothing matters to begin with. Spirishas said, RJ, why isn't the Hey W theme song available to listen to anywhere? Because it's not an original. We don't own it. That's how much thought and care we all put into it. Leo said, talking of Glacier, have you seen his new upcoming action figure? I have not. Sean said, I will not tolerate Peggy Hill slander. Mia said, he needs to message Priest now. I'm also not doing that. Chronic said, that's my purse. I don't know you. Rod said, I'm seeing Book of Mormon today. Have you seen that yet? No, and I don't need to. Like, I can also say, oh, I'm sure it's good, but I don't need to see it. Nail said, surely there's a sitcom with an absentee mom who comes back to break hearts and leave again. Is there any single dad sitcoms out there? I think there's been a bunch, but they've all tanked and not made it out of the first season. Leo said, what's more boring as fuck? November Rain by Guns N' Roses or Nothing Else Matters by Metallica? Oh, Nothing Else Matters for sure. November Rain at least goes places. Awesome said, as someone who lives on Long Island, I'm not sure if I really believe of this Buffalo I sometimes hear of. Chronic said, Homer's mom is a bad mom. Melissa R. said, the absolutely fabulous mom. Rob in New York said, Homer Simpson's mother does that. So, yeah. Vanessa said, what is your favorite pair of shoes you've ever owned? I have a pair of shoes. They're a pair of Nikes. They're really light. They're all sort of stretchy and light. They're high tops, and they have memory foam on the inside. And they're so nice and light, they almost feel like slippers. And for the first few months, they're cream colored. I was wearing them around the house. Easily the most comfortable pair of shoes to put on, to wear, to look at. And I've held on to them for years and years and years now because they stopped making them. So for me to find a pair now, it was like $500. And I refuse to pay that. So I'm just going to hold on to these. Red Dog said Nancy Gribble was worse than Peggy. Nomic said 2.5 Men had an absentee mother. Thank you. Pogirl said Young Dracula was about a single dad. Jed C said Full House is a single dad show. Yeah, but she died, I think. Rob said there's nothing about the Bronx. That's awesome. American Girl said Good Times, but the kitchen's on the right. Disqualified. Mike said Tony Danza and Who's the Boss was a single dad. Yeah, but was she dead? Leo said Homer's mom was played by Glenn Close. Nail said, is there a Buffalo sign above you on the picture, as in the football logo? Is that what that is? No. Those are flies. Those are flies on the wall. Christine said it's not Mona Simpson's fault. She was radicalized by Joe Namath's hair. Leo said Glenn Close or Glenn Jacobs. Glenn Close is the better mayor. James said Nina Hartley was a bad mom. Isavit said, RJ, do you believe in ghosts? I'm going to have to. Blue Manny said, good morning, all. Good morning to you, Blue Manny. Rod said, well, not a single dad sitcom. Matt LeBlanc got 5 seasons out of Man with a Plan as a stay-at-home dad. Jesus. James said, good morning. Meanie. Leo said, Steven Seagal is on OnlyFans now. Good for him. Miss Annie said, I remember when Homer wanted to know what his middle initial J stood for. He was so excited to find out it stood for J. Thank you. Everyone's saying hello to Blue Meanie. Nomek said, my 3 sons, my 2 dads, make room for daddy, had a wife who was there all the time. They just didn't care about her. Chronic said, Flies is a food place. Got to be New Orleans. Neon Flies? Josh said, I can't remember the fate of the mother and my 2 dads. All I know is I wanted that chair. It looked like a car. My mother, the car. Technically an absentee mother. Easy said, the moms in Will and Grace are pretty self-centered. Christine said, no, those are flies. Leo said, if you had to appear on AEW dressed as a Simpsons character, who would you choose? I guess when Mo was the fan guy and the boxing match, that would be something I'm interested in. Everblessed at Hires City. How do you feel about the new Wyatt 6 of WWE? I don't. Why would I feel about that? Sean said, could we get a dramatic reading of Shad Rock by the Beastie Boys as much as you could stomach? Great. Hey. Skip that. Riddle me this, my brother. Can you handle it? Your style to my style. You can't hold a candle to it. Equinox symmetry and the balance is right. Smoking and drinking on a Tuesday night. Not how you play the game. It's how you win it. I cheat, I steal, and I sin, and I'm a cynic. For those about to rock, we salute you. The dirty thoughts for dirty minds we contribute to. I once was lost, but now I'm found. The music washes over, and you're the one with the sound. Well, who shall inherit the earth? The meek shall. And I think I'm starting to peak now, Al. And the man upstairs, well, I hope he cares. If I had a penny for my thoughts, I'd be a millionaire. We're just 3 MCs, and we're on the go. Shad Rock, Mesach, Abednego. Only 24 hours in a day, only 12 notes. Well, that a man can play. Music for all, but not just one to people. And now we're going to bust with the Putney Swope sequel. More Adidas sneakers than a plumber's got pliers. Got more suits than Jacoby and Myers. If not for my vices and my bugged out desires, my year would be good. Just like good gear tires. Because I'm peeking out pockets at the Atlantic Antic, and nobody wants to hear you because your rhymes are damn frantic. I mix business with pleasure way too much. Wine and women and song and such. I don't get blue. I got a mean red streak. You don't pay the band, your friends. That's weak. Get even like Steven, like pulling a Rambo. Well, Shadrach, Mesach, Abednego, I steal from the rich and I'm out robbing banks. Give it to the poor, and I always give thanks because I got more stories than JD Scott Salinger. I hold the title and you're the challenger. I've got money like Charles Dickens. I've got the girlies in the coop like the Colonel's got the chickens. And I'm always going out dapper like a Harry S. Truman. I'm better than man's Alfred E. Newman. Well, my noggin is hogging all kinds of thoughts, and Yadam Yoggin is Yacht, and he's rocking, of course. Smoke the holy chalice and got my own religion. Rally around the stage and check the funky dope musicians like Jerry Lee Swaggart or Jerry Lee Falwell. You like Mario Andretti because he always drives his car well. Vicious circle of reality since the day you were born. And we love the hot butter, the popcorn. Sipping on wine and macking. Rocking on the stage with all the hands clapping. Ride the wave of fate. Don't ride me. Being very proud to be an MC. And the man upstairs, well, I hope that he cares. If I had a penny for my thoughts, I'd be a millionaire. Amps, crossovers under my rear hood because the bass is bumping from the back of my Fleetwood. They tell us what to do. Hell no. Shadrach, Mesach, Abednego. Whew. Leo said, I need to dress up as Dr. Katz for the Dynamite Halloween. Christine said, ladies and gentlemen, whatever dignity remained in boxing is literally flying out the window. Joam said, if the weather feels like hot summer, it's maybe because the legendary RJ City is streaming his underwear. It's fucking weird. Sean said, flawless pronunciation. Christine said, maybe they're quoting an amphibious or reptilian demographic, Rob. Bradley said, with all the different versions of the Hey W theme uploaded to the channel, why haven't we got a cover from your dad's bagpipe and drum group? You know, it's very popular. I think we would have to pay, though. It's quite an undertaking. Rob just said, lizard people. Christine said, he's gotten through more of this than I anticipated. I think he's enjoying it. Chronic Snake said, does buying merch really help the wrestlers, or does most all go to the company? No, we get a cut just like any sort of, you know, if you're going to buy my merch on Pro Wrestling Tees or Spring or whatever, you might as well just buy it through AEW. And it also helps in the sense that the company sees that you're being supported too. So I think it's good. I mean, unless you're literally, you either have a printing press at home and I'm doing this all myself, that's the only way all of the money would ever go all to me. So yes, it helps a lot. Everblessed said, would you be a WWE announce table team or WWE announcer? Yes. Christine said, lizard people deserve reasonable full-service restaurants too. Mia said, now I want to listen to Sabotage. Sean said, you turn this into a poem, good sir. Amazing, perfect, thank you. Mr. Scott said, that was a journey. Christine said, applause. Everblessed said, I hear you guys have a beef with WWE right now. What's up with that? Kenny said, Shadrach Mesach, and I'm not going to say the rest. V said, RJ, did you get to see the Northern Lights, or is that too much like nature for your preferences? I read people tweeting about it and realized I didn't care to see it. Leo said, would you rather have won the WCW Television Championship or the WWF European Championship? I like the TV title. I like saying TV title. Being a champion of television sounds like a ball. Mike said, how much is the cut in merch different for everyone? Well, I don't know, have everyone's contracts, Mike. So I'm unable to say. But I would say it's no less than like the average cut from any kind of merch we could get anywhere else. So I would say it's on par. Would you rather, said Mr. Scott, go to the Oscars with B. Arthur, but you were dressed in a chicken outfit, or see Paul Simon, but you have to sit through a whole Bruce Springsteen concert as the opener? Oh my God, I would be exhausted. I would go to the Oscars in the chicken suit. Nail said, Everblessed, this isn't that kind of chat. Rod said, are you prepared for what Danhausen is going to do tomorrow? I'm never prepared for anything he ever has to do. Bradley said, what's the biggest? Oh, and then immediately removed it, so I couldn't read it. Great. It must have been scandalous. Sandy said, I don't know of many potential TV championships who could reference more about TV than RJ. I consider myself a TV champion. Vanessa said, last movie you saw in theaters? The Sparks documentary? It's like 3 years ago. Leo said, remember the TNA Television Championship, which was also the Legends Championship and the King of the Mountain Championship? I remember. Everblessed Nails, I know Tony Khan and Paul Levesque needs a partnership. I should get on the phone with Mr. Levesque. Rod said, hint on Danhausen thing. Tomorrow is B. Arthur's birthday. And what's he been saying? Bradley said, what's the biggest conspiracy theory? And why is it Vic Damone and Diane Carroll being rumored to have performed the national anthem at WrestleManias 9 and 11? Unanswered. I tried so hard when I was at WWE to get answers. It's tight-lipped. That one is in the vault for some reason. Kenny said, when will David Arquette become AEW champion? He was on Hay, and that was disastrous enough. Nail said, Everblessed, this isn't the kind of question that chat. Note the B. Arthur question. Let Everblessed ask these questions. I like hearing them about Paul Levesque. Amanda said, have a great week, friends. Bill said, who is the truest TV champion? Milton Berle. Rod said, it's his annual birthday prank on you. Well, I'm going to block him. Mike said, the old NWA TV title is my favorite TV title belt. Love the red. Well, isn't that excellent? Isn't that something? This is something wonderful, important. Leo said, I so want David Arquette to answer the Cope Open. I want to answer it. And it just be like, I just want to say everything's good. Everything you're doing is good, and I like it. I don't want to do it. I just want to be like, hey, cool, like you're doing great. Mia said, RJ is having fun with these questions. We're in the Levette era. Pogo said, speaking of TV moms and Golden Girls, I still can't get over that B. Arthur was a year older than her mom. Well, because old people shrink. So when you look that small, they assume you're old. Nell said, you're not blocking Danhausen. Your life would be too peaceful. Everybody said, y'all, not my fault. Tony Khan is keep bringing WWE stars to AW. Yeah, like Danhausen and Orange Cassidy and Ricky Starks and Mariah May. Mike said, lots of sass. Bradley said, why haven't, and Tony Schiavone and Excalibur and Ian Riccaboni and Dalton Castle and Chuck Taylor. Bradley said, why haven't we gotten a reboot? They remake everything else. Bradley, let me tell you something. They tried to reboot, and it did not go well. So much so that they did it and you didn't hear about it. But it was live action. So it's not what you're thinking. It's not what you wanted. Go look it up and be disappointed. Nail said, heed the ball. V said, I would love to see you answer the Cope Open just for the friendly check-in. I just want to see that everything's is everything okay? You good? No, it's just, that's it. You said you were open. I'm open to checking in on you. That's it. Rod said I could be a Paul Levette guy. Leo said, remember when he bought WWE legend Sting to AW? James said, I'm now known as Paul Levette. Everblessed, I wouldn't be surprised if Tony Khan brings Von Wagner to AEWQ, which is, I believe, our new subsidiary. It's sort of a developmental league. Mess Andy said, Tony Schiavone did work for WWE for a year between 1989 and 1990. I know. I think he did like a SummerSlam. Rob said, Paul Levette takes photos with the talent but points to himself. Christine said, Paul Levette, a.k.a. Hunting Hearst Hempley. Isvid said, Cope Open, but the two of you have a lovely lunch together. Nail said, AEWQ, the Pride version. All are welcome to AEWQ. Mike said, that Levette guy seems like a bitter shithead. Paul Levette, said Rob, a.k.a. Preparation Age. See how much fun we have when we allow the right people to ask the wrong questions? Miss Handy said, SummerSlam 1989, commentary team with Schiavone and Jesse Ventura. There we go. Kenny said, if you answer the Cope Open, you probably turn it into a Don Knotts situation as the reluctant astronaut. Adam Copeland. B said, Christine, almost spat coffee on my phone. Hilarious. Rod said, Paul Levette, it's time to watch the game. Time to have a time. Easy said, reboot on 2001 on Cartoon Network and had Austin Powers reference and felt dated. I don't remember that reboot. I'm thinking of the reboot of the reboot, and I didn't even know there was an initial reboot. Awesome said, Paul's the vet, not the hunter. We've gone so far afield. Everblessed said, you need to do Hey W with Von Wagner if he comes to AW, putting him at the top of the list. Mia said, I love this cult. Major said, it's time to drain the vein. Leo said, Bob Sapp for Forbidden Door 2024. That motherfucker, I would want him on the show so badly. What an interesting, fascinating human being. And one of the few, those big guys, usually they pretend they have charisma. And he had it more than almost anyone I've seen. Pogo said, well, this has been a lovely way to spend Mother's Day morning. Everblessed said, James, NXT WWE Superstar. We all love James. They'll say, you're right, I'm crying, laughing. Miss Annie said, I'll be running a 5K next Sunday, so I'll be missing this chat. Well, you've been an invaluable help today, Miss Annie. I could not thank you enough. I'm going to get to the bottom of that picture. Thank you so much. Please go watch the latest Hey W with the Righteous. Go like it, go watch it, go comment, go share. Go tell everyone that you like the show because there's been 99 fucking episodes and we have no guests for next week. And tell everyone that you like the Righteous. So, and that you want to see more Righteous. And go buy their shirts and go buy their merch. Go tell Vincent and Dutch they did a wonderful job. They're swell guys and that you can send to their revealing anytime. Everblessed says he's released, James. And that's what I've been calling it. Mr. Scott said, roll credit. Sean said, wonderful stream. Thank you, RJ. Good luck next Sunday in your 5K, Mass Sanity. James said, Godspeed and God bless. Let's get a final look at these, shall we? Air Force Blue. Doesn't everyone want to join the Air Force now that you see these? This was sponsored by the U.S. government. Until next time, Godspeed and God bless.